thought that maybe it was time again to travel in the kitchen. Today I'm going to throw it back to a place where I definitely wish I could be right now, and that is Paris. I went to Paris for one very interesting but very great day. And of course I had a list of things I needed to see, do, and eat all within that one day. One of the number one things on that to eat list was a crepe. It had to be at one of those little crepe stands. It just had to. First thing in the morning, channel right in from London. I walked up the metro stairs and to my right was Notre Dame, casual. And to my left around the corner was a little crepe stand. So I scurried my butt on over there and got a crepe. And the rest is history. So that's what I wanted to do today. Just kind of try to recreate my little Parisian experience with some crepes. Let's get started. I've got the old blender out today. It's much easier to do this in a blender, but if you don't have one, a whisk is just fine. Just really make sure you get all of the lumps out. We want a really, really smooth batter. Into my blender, I'm just gonna throw in all of the ingredients. So some milk, eggs, some vanilla, white sugar, pinch of salt, some all-purpose flour, and some melted butter. I'm gonna have this recipe linked down in the description, so if you want to get all of the exact measurements, go check it out. On the cover goes. Make sure it is definitely on there, and we're gonna fire it up. And we are all set. Easy, easy peasy. Nice and smooth, ready for use. Now we can get over to the stove. Crepes are a funny thing. Definitely the first one never comes out right. Maybe the second one, but by the third, fourth one, you start to kind of get the hang of it because you're gonna be like swirling and all of that jazz. I don't have a crepe pan, you know, with the stick, but we're gonna make it work. I just have some butter melting here on like a medium low heat just to start with until we can get the hang of it. I've got a plate handy for me to transfer all of them over. I've got my batter over here, and I've got about a half a cup measurement. And I've got my spatula, so I think that we're all set. We'll go with this first one. We'll see how this goes. You're gonna want to kind of twist the pan a little bit while you pour. Get it nice and thin. Just gonna let this kind of do its thing. It's a very thin batter. It's a very thin pancake, so it shouldn't take long at all. If it was really cool, I'd just be like, phew, and flip it. But you know, I'm not that cool. So we're just gonna try this. Woo. Has to be quick. Hey, not too bad. A little blonde, but she's good. And it just needs a minute or so on the other side as well, depending on how big your pan is and how much batter you're putting in here. Go. So you're just gonna do this, assembly line it out until all your batter is gone. Last little one is a tiny one. Done. And there you go. There are all of our crepes. I got 10 and a baby one here, almost 11 out of this batter. We have all of our crepes. If you want to eat them just like this, go for it. I have crepes so many different ways. Just think of these as almost like tortillas, except softer and more tasty. You can do sweet or savory. Today, I'm gonna go sweet. I'm bringing back my Nutella and I have some strawberries, so that's gonna be a fun little treat, but you can definitely do whatever you want with these. Another way I like to have mine is with some butter and some brown sugar. Oof, so good. But now I'm gonna play because I gotta have one. They smell so good. I've got my crepes all to the side here, and now I just have to assemble. First, I've got my Nutella. Oh, so beautiful. Just gonna give this a rough smattering of that Nutella. Got some strawberries that I just wanna lay in here. Pack them in. I love this flavor combination. It is so delicious. Give this a little folda. And you've got your delicious crepe. Look at that. So delicious. I cannot wait. Oh yeah. How do I go about attacking this with my mouth? There's only one way to find out. It's so good. What's that I hear? Is that La Vie en Rose? It is. I'm back in Paris, making a mess of myself, eating a delicious crepe. You gotta make these and enjoy them. Bon appetit.